Hey you, welcome to another Godfather Minute. This is the podcast where we talk about the Godfather 1 minute at a time. I'm Alex Robinson.
And I'm Andy Robinson.
And together we are the Godfather Minute Brothers, here to talk about minute 120.
That's right, Alex.
Does that mean we're 2 hours in? That means we're 2 hours
Exactly 2 hours in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Feels like we've been doing this for like at least a year.
At least 120 weeks.
At least.
That's almost 2 years, right?
It's over 2 years.
It's over 2 years, yeah.
52 weeks.
Right.
52 weeks in a year.
And counting. Alex?
Yes.
E minuto? 120.
Numero. 120?
120.
20?
It's like vein. 20.
20.
Yeah.
And that means
That's it.
120.
It means 120.
Say it again.
E minuto? Numero?
100, meaning 100.
20.
20, which
You got
means
it.
20.
20.
Okay.
120.
I'm surprised it's not like dos something, like 2 times 10.
I mean, you could say it. You could say it that way.
But if I wanted to sound stupid.
Yeah, it'd be equivalent to welcome to minute 102 times 10.
Well, I like to challenge people, give them a little bit of a math
We
problem.
should do the entire podcast in anagrams.
Oh, wait, you haven't been doing that already?
K-O, C, O God, Thou, O-E.
That sounds wrong.
Did you interpret that? I just said, is that okay with you?
Oh, I
All in anagrams.
Say it again?
I can't say it again. Listen back to it. Wait till it comes out and listen back.
We're talking about minute 120. Mm-hmm. And minute 120 is Tom is relaxing in Pop's office when Don comes in, sits down, and asks that he be told what everyone else seems to know. What everyone seems to know. He doesn't say everyone else. I guess it always seems weird that it should have everyone else seems to know.
Yeah.
Because if everyone knew it, then he would know it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I never thought about that.
So that's why whenever I try to repeat that line, I always throw in the else because
why don't you tell your Don what everyone except for your Don seems to know already.
By everyone I mean everyone except for me, of course.
Excluding the vocative Don Corleone, first person. Wait, whoa, are you trying to tell me that Hagen was, quote, relaxing?
That's what it says in my notes. He's sitting down in a chair and drinking a glass of scotch or something. How else would you describe it?
Isn't it amazing how you could have two people doing the exact same thing, but based on circumstances?
Context.
Yeah, I would say Tom Hagen ain't relaxing.
That's true, but that's more proof of what a bad concierge he is, that he's relaxing when he should be doing stuff,
Maybe he talked to Barzini. Yeah, the outtake is this has gone exactly how I planned. Sollozzo dead. Sollozzo's dead. I can take over, Sonny. Santino out of the way. Michael gone. Fredo in
I like how he's
Fredo
telling that to Sonny. It's perfect.
It's personal and it's perfect.
Plus, it screws up all your arrangements. So, is this the same evening? Is this the evening that of him being shot?
You got to stop throwing these timeline questions at me. You're asking the wrong guy. I'm watching it 1 minute at a time over 2 years. I lost complete perspective.
What a crazy day it would be for the Corleones if Connie gets beat up and Sonny gets shot in the causeway, and the Carlo it was cheating on Connie. We learn
it might be the most significant evening in all of cinema.
Oh, wow. Not even just in the Corleone family.
Yeah. In all of cinema.
This is the day. Mm-hmm. This is the day that changed everything for the Corleones. Mm-hmm. It sealed Mikey's fate.
Mm-hmm. But Alex, you don't come to a podcast. You don't come to this podcast and ask about a timeline like that. I just can't answer it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you
If you
think?
had submitted that question in advance, I would have researched it.
In writing.
In writing. Oh, all questions in writing.
What's your hunch? What's your speculation? We've been talking about this movie for 120
First of
minutes
all-
now. We know
first
these
of all-
characters better than anyone.
I think it is the same evening.
It is the same evening. Sheesh. So this is the same day that Kay came to drop off the letter. Connie smashed all the plates.
Carlo took off.
Carlo took off.
Well, they got in the fight.
Sonny got shot in the causeway.
And Hagen is delivering the news to Don Corleone.
Sheesh, boy.
Yeah. And the evening's not even over. Right?
Oh yeah, because this is the same night that they have the meeting of the 5 families, and that Michael comes back from Sicily.
And not only comes back to Sicily, gets his connection at JFK, flies to Miami, meets with Hyman Roth.
His friend from Miami.
It's the longest day in cinema.
So Tom is sitting there relaxing, and then the return of Marlon Brando at last. Welcome face after all this time to see his familiar jowly face.
Do you even remember the last dialogue he had? Was it in Sollozzo's office? Oh, no. He did the whole follow-up. Like, follow this, Luca, I want you to go undercover. Yeah. And then Hagen comes back from
I'm going to guess the last thing he did was say, wish Merry Christmas to the clerk right before he got shot.
What was the last scene?
Oh, no, Michael. He says, where's Michael?
Oh, yeah.
That's the last thing he says. Where's Michael? And then he waves his hand away.
Yeah. Wow, the irony. Where's Michael? And now Santino's gone.
He doesn't worry. He's getting, what's that? How did the Turk put it? He's getting soft, or
he's slipping.
He's slipping.
Yeah.
He doesn't wear anyone. Where's Santino? Where's Michael? Where's Fredo?
Fredo.
Bonnie?
It's great. It's in Don Corleone's voice. I want you to make this police officer Bonnie an offer he can't refuse. Offer him a double pension. Offer him another season on the hit TV show that detectives on.
Give him his own spinoff. Yeah, still insist.
Yeah, spinoff.
No, that was no spinoff. That was a backdoor pilot, my friend.
What else you got?
Well, so the Don sits down and
Hagen relaxing, his feet up.
Yeah, smoking cigars.
Hey, Don Corleone, good to see you.
He's got a champagne cocktail.
It's good to see you, Pop. Great to see you out of the bed.
So the Don has like a bandage on his throat.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And that's something I've always found curious about The Godfather.
What do you mean?
Well, because I've seen footage of Frank Coppola, like talking about the audition process, and he says when he was talking to Brando that Brando was like, this guy was shot. He was shot in the throat, so his voice would be all raspy and which, from what he's saying, makes it sound like that this whole time Marlon Brando has been doing it because his voice was weak. But he's clearly doing we don't see him shot in the throat.
Maybe he got shot in the throat earlier in the story during the War of the 5 Families. Like the previous
before the movie starts.
Yeah,
so it still doesn't explain why the Don is wearing a bandage on his neck in this scene.
I have a theory.
Yes.
I think they cast him, all the contracts were signed, but then he went to the side and got a what do you call it? A promotion? Not a promotion. What are the tennis players?
Champagne cocktails.
Tennis players wear all the name brand stuff and they get paid. Endorsements. Mm-hmm. He got an endorsement from Sanka and he got a Sanka tattoo on his throat.
Yeah, on his throat.
On his throat.
That's so funny. You say he got a tattoo. Not on his neck, on his throat.
Decaf Sanka, drink it.
Oh, so you think they made him put that on there?
They made him put it on.
So nowadays they would have it like CGI. They would.
Yeah.
They would have it say, what's that one?
Not endorsed by Paramount.
Not Starbucks. What's the one where you with all the plastic cups? Kroger's? Not Kroger.
Yeah,
Keurig.
Keurig. Yeah. Decaf Keurig.
Anyway, but I always wondered about that, about why if there maybe originally there was some plan where he was going to be shot. Does it? The book? Is the book different than the movie?
The book is different than the movie. The book is different. The book is different. The book is different than the movie. Yeah.
Why, yes, it is, Alex. But I don't see anything in there about his. It
doesn't say anything.
Or anything.
It doesn't
Nope.
say anything. Huh.
No, the only I will get into the book. Puzo writes that where was it? Dawn. The Dawn must be. I'll go back to that stuff later. It was the first time. Let's see.
He was shot in the throat, right through the sanctum. To
The Don walked across the room to his huge leather armchair and sat down, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no, sorry, I'm going to go back. Behind Hagen, he heard the door to the room close softly, and, turning, he saw, fully dressed for the first time since he had been shot, Don Corleone.
So it
Doesn't
wasn't.
say anything about his throat.
It also doesn't say he's in his pajamas.
No.
So he really should have shown up wearing his tuxedo.
Yeah, that would have been sleeping in his tuxedo. But look, he wakes up. Well, you guys bury me before I'm dead? I know Bonacera owes me a favor, but come on. That's taking a little too far. That's just too far.
That's almost turning into like Frankie Five Angels.
Yeah, so that's it.
So nothing about his throat.
Nothing about his throat. Did you notice that he says a little something? I'm going to point out when he said, have you got to the point where he sits down yet?
Yeah, kind of. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. Where he says, give me a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, I think we have ourselves here an overdub alert.
Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert. Overdub alert.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just, give it a drop. But it's a little loud, doesn't sync with his lips.
Huh.
Yeah.
I never noticed it. I couldn't even understand what he was saying until I looked at the script.
I had to look up the screenplay
Yeah.
too. In the book, he's quoted. He says, "quote Give me a drop of anisette. Anisette. You know, that's the.
Give me a drop of that Sanka. It's good to the last drop I hear.
Oh, that's why I was. That's why I was overdubbed. He said that
because he really was.
Give me some Sanka.
Give me some Sanka. He turns to the camera. Hey, Hagen. Hey, be a good consider. Give me some Sanka.
He pops his head in the door.
Is that the rich smell of Sanka I smell?
I think it turns into a little. That's right, Pop.
Pop, why do you want Sanka? You've been asleep.
That's exactly what I want. I've been asleep for months. I don't want to go back to sleep.
But Pop, 4 out of 5 customers prefer Sanka to the taste of other decaffeinated teas.
Yeah.
Teas.
Yeah, whole lot of decaffeinated teas.
So you think it was dubbed in his line?
I think that's an overdub alert. Yep.
Could be. Could be. I didn't notice it. But,
Check it out.
Yeah, okay. So does the Don suspect? Does the Don think, oh, Sonny is dead, or does he think
You mean
Mikey is dead? Like, because he clearly knows something's up. Well, he doesn't just come down.
Concierge, what's everyone crying around here? What's the smiles, everyone?
Well, in the next minute, isn't it in the next minute where he says,
Hey, I've been hearing cars. My wife is crying.
No, that's in this minute.
"Oh, that's in it." Okay,
Yeah.
So he's a smart guy. He's been in the biz a long time. I think all of that is evidence that something's up. Are you asking if he thinks Santino's dead?
Yeah. Does he suspected Santino, or does he? Because all 3 of his sons are not there.
That's true.
So
You
any
know,
one of them could have.
If Mama is crying, it's got to be someone close to the family who has been injured or is dead.
Not Fredo.
Not Fredo. And they know Fredo, and he knows Fredo went to Las Vegas.
Right. So he could have
Because
been
when
the
he
one.
was in bed, they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, he said, yeah, pop him. They're sending me to Vegas.
in the casino business.
Hit me. Stay. Double down. See? I'm learning already."
You don't say hit me to Mo Green. He'll do that. He'll take you up on it.
So I think he I don't know if he probably guesses it's Santino, right?
Well,
Or Mikey.
it's funny because he says, well, concierge of mine, why don't you tell me what? That almost makes me think that he does know it's Sonny, because he brings up the fact that he's the concierge. And so like he sits concierge of mine, of not of Sonny's, of my, because connects before what Sonny was like. Anyway.
Yeah.
So It doesn't say in the book. It doesn't say whether it doesn't say, we don't know his mind, his process.
No, it doesn't suggest that. The book has some cool stuff in it. Can I reference it?
I guess so.
You'll allow it?
Okay.
I'll allow it. Page 268, Puzo writes, this is Hagen. Before the Don comes down, Hagen's kind of processing it, and he's really not just nervous, but this is the worst news he's ever had to deliver. Quote, he would have to tell the Don everything was lost unless the sick man himself could enter the battle. For Hagen did not delude himself. Only the great Don himself could snatch even a stalemate from this terrible defeat. So he's not just worried that he's not just dreading delivering the news that Santino's dead, but also
that the Don
the
is
state of the family's affairs.
That Don is going to have to carry his burden, even though he's not, he's not well.
Yep. So he's gearing up for that.
Yeah, because I guess if Mikey hadn't come back, then they'd be rudderless. They'd be.
Yeah,
I guess that would have been Fredo totally could have taken over then.
It was his shot.
He was on Las Vegas banging cocktail waitresses. He missed his opportunity.
I was stepped over and I was moved out.
I was stepped over, I was shipped out, and I was put down. I was moved over.
That's the way Pop wanted it. So Puzo also writes, this is Hagen still thinking about it, the Don must be told and he must either take command or order Hagen to surrender the Corleone power to the five families.
Wow. So there wasn't even a chance of Fredo. There was no discussion.
No chance.
There was no discussion of Fredo taking over.
They must have, I'm guessing Hagen and DC himself had a conversation a long time ago.
DC?
Don Corleone.
Oh,
it's a modern version.
Got it.
They probably had a conversation a long time ago that Fredo would never be capable. Do you think they even discussed at some point, hey, if I happen to lose my soul, be put down, be put in a coma forever, this is what you do. Do you think they made those kinds of contingency plans? Or is it just understood that Santino would take over?
Oh, you mean, so did they make contingency plans for if Santino died?
No, if the Don got killed.
Well, I mean, they were training. He was clearly training
Santino
to take over. Remember, he wanted Santino to be in the room while he was talking to old people so that he could see how the Don is supposed to deal with people asking for favors and whatnot, instead of making comedy with that girl.
Yeah. A whole lot of comedy training.
But I do. Did they get as far as to say, well, what about Fredo? Would Fredo take over? Or are they like, well, at that point, we might as well just surrender.
Just give up to the five families,
We'd have a better deal selling to a highest bidder than just getting picked off if Fredo. You know, if Fredo took over, then they would just eat him alive. But,
He's so sweet.
Well, maybe it would have been better to
give up at that point?
Yeah.
Well, you think about what happens when you surrender. They don't go into it in the book.
Yeah.
I'm guessing all the capo regimes and all the button men, they all get jobs with the the families.
Yeah,
and all the territory just goes to them. It's
all the judges, all the like so many nickels and dimes.
Yeah. And the higher ups no longer earn.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you think someone like Santino could become a button man for the Barzini family?
Never. Well, I think if Santino's alive, I don't think he would have sold out.
Yeah,
But let's assuming at this point they don't think Mikey's going to take over or anything like that. They have to be thinking like. So the question, I guess, is when Don says, oh, I guess we'll talk about that, about the making peace with the five families.
Yeah.
The question was, is he thinking, okay, we got to bring Mikey back because now Mikey has to take over? Clearly he died. It's the way Pop wanted it. So there must have been some conversation about him saying, he has to come back.
What do you think would have happened to Hagen?
If what?
If they had surrendered to the other five families? Does he become a substitute consigliere?
I don't know. I would almost think he would have to just like get out of law, like just become a regular lawyer or something like that.
Right.
But plus also they must have money at this point.
Yeah.
You know, like Tom must have even if let's assuming they lost all their sources of income. You don't think they have enough sacked away where they could obviously not support a whole crime organization, but I would think everyone would be.
Yeah, probably.
Like they must own properties and, you know, and things like that.
Yeah.
So
they're probably okay.
But I do think that Tom and the Don did talk about a lot of different contingencies. Because remember, he said about Michael, like, "Oh, your father and I have talked a lot about your future." So
about his future.
Yeah,
they talked about contingency plans.
Oh.
All right.
That would be the appropriate audience reaction, because you'd be like, we spent a lot of time talking about your future. And they'd be like, you talk about my future? And then, because they'd be like, oh, they've gone too far.
You don't think it'd be like, because they're talking about his future without him there. It's kind of funny.
I guess
you could make it a sitcom.
I guess it's like music and laugh tracks can really change the context of the scene, you know?
So Puzo continues to write.
He does?
He does.
Wow. I still thought he was no longer.
This is still Hagen. And yet, with all his heart, Hagen dreaded the next hour. He tried to prepare his own manner. He would have to be in all ways strict with his own guilt. To reproach himself would only add to the Don's burden. To show his own grief would only sharpen the grief of the Don. To point out his own shortcomings as a wartime consigliere would only make the Don reproach himself for his own bad judgment for picking such a man for such an important post.
Good point. He's smart.
Yeah.
Tom always was the smart one.
Yeah. Hagen got up and went to the liquor cabinet I want to point this out. Goes to the liquor cabinet by the desk and took out a glass and bottle. He stood there for a moment, so unnerved he could not pour the liquid from bottle to glass.
Whoa.
Behind him, okay, this is when the Don comes in. The Don's Hagen's eye.
Give me a drop of anisette.
Hagen switched bottles and poured them both a portion of the fiery, licorice tasting alcohol. It was peasant homemade stuff, much stronger than that sold in stores. The gift of an old friend who every year presented the Don with a small truckload.
You think it's like one truck filled with anisette?
Oh, it's like an actual liquid container truck.
Like one of those gas trucks.
Guys are parked out on the compound on the mall. Hagen has to go to the truck and open the valves.
They don't have a hose going into the house. Then maybe that's what that was what Frankie Five Angels was drinking in. It wasn't that wasn't water in that hose. That was anisette.
Fredo, get over here. Have some anisette.
That's why I got so drunk, because this water tastes funny. Oh no, I ain't no water.
That's so funny. Let's see. And that's it in the book for that minute. I have some more for next minute.
I hope so.
Because the scene is pretty much cut right in half at the minute mark.
Yeah, when he says,
"Why don't you tell him what you done seems to know?"
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I have is I have 4 factoids about Bobby Duvall.
Okay.
Do you want to hear what they are?
Yeah. I know you said he had a big head.
He had for big deals.
I'm an actor with a big head. I'm perfect for this role, Sonny.
Hold on a second. I'm going to give you 5 bits of trivia about Bobby Duvall.
Okay.
One of them is fake. You have to guess the fake one.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
His hair.
That is fake.
That's the fake part, right?
Number 1, while going to acting school, he shared an apartment with Dustin Hoffman.
Correct.
Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah.
His first role was as Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes, that's true.
He was in the movies MASH, THX 1138, and The Rain People.
Oh boy, I'm gonna pass on that for now.
Okay.
I know he was in the IG-88 movie. You just
wrong show. And he got paid for The Godfather. He got paid $36,000.
Ooh,
$36,000.
that was a lot of money back in the 70s. I'm gonna say D.
$36,000?
No, the movie, all the movies.
False. They are all true.
Oh.
I forgot to add the fifth fake one in there.
Oh, that's what you're going to do. So were they all true?
All those are true, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was going to make one more up for the fifth one. And I forgot.
it, yeah.
So
Go
there you
ahead, make it up.
Well, I was going to say he auditioned to play Han Solo in Star Wars.
Oh, no, that was Kurt Russell.
But he might have also, because a lot of actors auditioned for it, so it's possible
Yeah.
that.
Did anybody else real famous audition for Han's role?
Kurt Russell, Christopher Walken. He did it.
Interesting.
There was someone else who what?
You gotta replay the.
I'm doing the Godfather.
I smuggled this watch in my butt because Java was after me.
It does sound more Brando-ish than that.
You gotta take this watch, kid.
I think it has
They're
more
similar,
like it has
aren't
more
they?
like he has a very just I can't imitate it, but it has more like sometimes he'll talk like like it has a kind of like rhythm, like sometimes he'll talk quiet and sometimes it's a terrible, like the worst Christopher Walken impression, and he's like the easiest person. We gotta start walking. We gotta start walking on our Christopher Walken impressions.
You see, son, your father gave me this watch. And I smuggled it in my butt and brought it to you here. You gotta wear it.
That was pretty good.
That's the best I could do.
Yeah, we had an idea that they should do a alternate Star Wars reunion with Kurt Russell and all the people who famously auditioned to play Han Solo, but now you have Kurt Russell playing Han Solo. So.
Should we do that with The Godfather?
I don't know who else auditioned for stuff, but
we can research that maybe.
That'd be a good idea. I know James Caan auditioned for all the roles. He auditioned for for Hagen, for Sonny, and for Michael. Not Fredo.
Not Fredo.
But,
it'd be great if he got the role of Fredo.
He'd be like that.
He still is the same Santino character. It's like I got stepped over. He starts fights with everybody.
Well, then it would be easier to believe that he got stepped over because he was hot tempered and not because he was stupid.
Yeah, send Fredo to the airport to pick someone up. Send Fredo here.
Bada bip, bada boop, bada beep.
Consigliere, I'm taking this very personally.
Mikey, why didn't we do this before? So that's all I got.
That's all I got too.
Well, you know what we got to do? What? We got to rate this thing. We got to rate this sucker.
Okay. What were the Don's lines?
Well,
Can you go through the transcript again?
My wife
reporter.
My wife is crying upstairs. There's people coming in and out all night. So why don't you tell me what everyone else? Concierge of mine? Why don't you tell me what everyone seems to know?
But he doesn't tell him in this minute.
No, he
It's
pauses.
That's pretty much where it ends. Yeah.
And then also he says, "Give me a drop. Give me a drop."
Consigliere.
Give me a drop of that.
They got Rich Little to do an impression.
No, that was Fredo. That was John Cazale.
Oh, I know, but that was.
They just got whatever other actors were around.
Well, they just dub it from different lines in the. Give me a drop.
Give me a drop of that.
All right, are you ready to rate this or what?
Okay.
Not a lot of talking.
No, but you don't need a lot of talking when GF is in there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got mine.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I forgot to bring up. It was my very first note that, did you notice the music? The camera work is great.
It's slow
It slowly pulls in and there's a lot of black and you just see the shot, the study is just a vertical sliver and both sides are covered with black. And so it kind of opens up. The music is the theme song, but very slow and very somber.
Like a minor key?
Yeah.
Is it a minor key?
It's already in minor, in a
okay.
minor key, but it's very dark. It's
How would the music sound if it was not in a minor key?
Oh, that's a great thing. It might be hard. I
can't recognize the tune so far.
No, I'll have to work on that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll practice it for next time.
You mean for the bonus content?
Well, no, I'm going to work on it before next week.
Although, speaking of songs and bonus content, if you are a bonus subscriber, tonight, this episode will be the bonus content. We will reveal the next countdown song, exclusive, early sneak peek for our subscribers. So go to godfatherminute.com/support. And you can hear it momentarily.
Yeah, and
right after we rate this episode.
In just a few minutes. And Alex, let me tell you, I am so happy about the song. Happy about the composition, the recording, the mixing, the mastering.
What about your voice?
It's weak.
I like how you concede that very easily.
It's weak. It's weak.
But everything else.
That's why I need my Godfather to do me a favor and get me on the next recording. Oh, in all seriousness, I am super happy. And you haven't heard it yet either.
No, I have not heard it.
Kept it a secret. Should I reveal the name of it? Or is that too... Okay.
No.
Complete surprise.
Complete.
Okay.
So, what do you rate this one?
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. You went all the way.
Hey, man, Brando.
That's all you have to say.
Well, plus it has good lines.
Why don't you tell everyone else? Why don't you tell everyone? Why don't you tell everyone what your Don seems to know?
Yeah,
that's such a great line.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not making any apology. I refuse to be a fool based on my rating.
I was going to say like 4.5, but we don't do halves, so what the heck? Kick it up to a 5.
It's Brando. It's great.
Great.
The lighting's great. Hagen's good.
It's
good liquor. Good lighting. Good music.
Molasses smuggled in trucks provided by your father. All right, so let's do that. Let's close this episode out so you and I can record some bonus content. Everyone else will be back next week. Until then, why don't you go follow us on Twitter at Godfather Minute and also on Instagram at Godfather Minute. Both of those places. You can follow us on the social medias. And
so until next time. Why don't you tell your Don what everyone seems to know?